mate. As in,
that's
I think they're trying to say they're heading home, so they want to be going north rather than heading south.
But also now they can't do that, because that was the only option before.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you're like, all right, not doing that.
Yeah.
Uber,
exactly.
Uber, mate.
Exactly.
Don't worry, mate.
I've got a phone,
mate.
Yeah. Okay. So the protest by the black cab drew awareness to people of the fact that Uber existed and made Uber even more prominent and successful in the city of London.
Yeah.
That effect is known as the Streisand Effect.
What?
Yeah. And what it is...
big noses.
It's something to do with that.
Yeah.
Where your complaint against an issue makes it even worse for you than before.
Like the Father Ted thing.
What's the Father Ted thing?
When they were in, if you don't know, it's it's a comedy show about priests.
It's an amazing comedy show about
very
priests.
Good comedy show about priests
from the 90s.
Yeah, and they were told by higher up to protest this film that was going to be showing in their local cinema. So they went outside and they were saying, down with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
and they were, then people
it's
started...
an amazing comedy show about Irish priests.
Right, sorry. And then because of that, people started watching the film and going, "Oh, it's amazing! I've seen it 3 times."
It's exactly that, mate. It's exactly that. But why is Barbara Streisand's name attached to it?
Oh, I don't know.
Basically, there was a survey being done on the erosion of the coastline. I think in California or wherever it is that she lives. So they were taking photos along the coastline, like every 500 meters they'll take a photo and they want to archive it so they can see how erosion has affected the area in a few years' time.
Right.
Her picture, or a picture of her house, is therefore on the internet as part of this survey. Right. And she wrote a letter or an email or whatever of complaint saying, "I don't want a picture of my house on your survey thing." And they were like, "Well, what picture was it?" She's like, "It's that one." And then now everybody knows that as being the picture of Barbara Streisand's house. They know where it is and they know what it looks like and all these sorts of things. There were only 4 views of the picture before her complaint. And now since her complaint, there's been millions and millions and millions of views of the picture of people. Okay. I don't know why they want to look at Barbara Streisand's house, but whatever.
So it wasn't a protest of what they were doing. It was just more.
It was a complaint.
It was a complaint. Yeah,
I'll put it that way. It was a complaint, and it made the situation worse. She was complaining that she didn't want people to be able to look at her house. And now all of a sudden, everybody is going there to look at her house.
Wow, yeah.
If for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, millions of people have now seen what a house looks like from the outside, helicopter view. It's not very intrusive, is it?
Yeah. So what other?
Yeah, there's plenty of other examples of that. Did you must remember that movie Seth Rogen made about North Korea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really bad movie.
Have you actually seen it?
Yeah.
I've never got around to seeing it. But look, that's even part of it. There was political... I don't know what the word is, but there was political anguish over the film being made. This was around the time when loads of stuff from Sony got leaked. Do you remember?
Yeah.
All of that stuff was getting leaked. And they decided not to put the film into cinemas. So kind of the film was just meant to be killed. But... there was a lot of notoriety around it, and because of people who complained about the film through what they'd found out in the Sony leaks, or whether they'd seen previews or whatever.
But people that were saying, apparently North Korea said if you release it, blah blah.
That there might be some retribution. Yeah.
Was that a hacker? It wasn't really North Korea, was it? Or
I can't remember. I didn't follow the story that far. But because of that, it didn't go out into cinemas, because they threatened that there was going to be some sort of attacks or something, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It didn't go into cinemas. I think it just got like an online release and all of this kind of stuff. But like you say, the film was rubbish. No one would have cared about it if they just let it go into the cinemas as normal. Yeah. But now it's kind of got that little cult initiative of following that, people want to go and see it. Not me, but people want to go and see it. And it's probably had a lot more views since they complained about it.
I think a lot of the time they do complain about these things, they haven't watched it, and if they did, they would think, It's rubbish.
Exactly. It's going to kill
But
itself.
There was this TV show based in the Philippines on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was supposedly glamorizing, Duterte's war on drugs.
Yeah.
And like glamorizing the fact that people are getting killed for no reason and they're being blamed on the drug problem they have there.
Yeah.
And it was all over the BBC, and it was the first time you hear a Filipino program on the BBC, and then this was before it was released, and people were calling it to be banned before it was released. As soon, and then it was like, I remember everyone was like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this." As soon as it came out, no one spoke about it. It was dreadful. It was really, it wasn't good at all. But like, again, those people hadn't seen it, so why they commented on it, man?
But it's that thing of everyone, well, not everyone, but people want to be heard, even on issues that they know nothing about, and they want to tell everyone else, "Oh, you should have watched this." Obviously,
what's happening in the Philippines is terrible.
Yeah,
but that show, don't give it. The people now watch that show because they were like, "Oh, what's the controversy?"
Yeah,
and now everyone thinks that Filipino shows are trash.
Yeah.
Excuse you, Zach.
Excuse you.
New studios.
Imagine he's building a little podcast studio next door.
Yeah.
Here's another one that I remember. Gordon Ramsay, Kitchen Nightmares. Have you seen the show?
Clips, but I know it.
Well, you never watched Kitchen Nightmares?
I can't do reality TV.
But you know what?
I watch the end when everything's happy.
Exactly.
I don't like when everyone's shouting at each other.
No, they're not shouting at each other. Gordon Ramsay shouting at them.
You're exactly. I'd just be like, you know what? Who are you?
Exactly.
And then they'd be like, and he'd be saying, "Oh, I'm a really famous chef that can cook food."
Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
not in my kitchen. No. There are some where the people kick off back to him. And usually they're unjust. Well, they're always unjustified. They don't know.
Yeah.
But there's one famous one. I think it's like called the initials are ABC. I think it's Amy's Baking Company.
Right.
And you actually need to see the clip of what this woman goes through. Right. But basically, she's got horrible customer service. If you ever complain, she'll like be shouting at you and say, "Oh, you need to get out. You don't even know what cakes are meant to taste like. You get out of my restaurant." So she
deserved to be shouted at then.
So she then got some reviews on Yelp. Well, basically they got loads of horrible reviews.
Yeah.
And then the cycle continues of her now being, "I don't understand why people are rating us so badly and they haven't even been here to see us. They don't know what they were talking about. Why did I get all these negative reviews?"
Man.
Mate, you need to just watch this clip. Go and watch the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so now because of that, they invited Kitchen Nightmares as in, "Oh, we're great. Bring on Gordon Ramsay so he can tell all those haters on Yelp how great we actually are."
Yeah.
My man got in there, and there were some good things. I think the baking was good.
He's quite honest, isn't he? I've
exactly.
seen it when he's actually like the food, and it's the restaurant that's bad.
Exactly. But I think the food was kind of trash when he actually did get served his food. The decor and everything's really nice, so do you get me? On the outside, it looks real good and everything. And he just started, I don't even think he started laying into them. He was just giving the feedback. Yeah. And she's one of those, I don't have the words to describe it, but her defences go straight up.
Yeah.
She's not hearing anything.
Yeah.
She starts to have panic attacks or whatever it is, just like hyperventilating or thinking she's hyperventilating and just dramatising the whole interaction. To the point where Gordon's like, "I can't even do this with these people."
Yeah.
Mate, this was the first episode I saw where even though they had that little rift, it never got fixed. He ended up just leaving before they'd even finished helping on the show.
It sounds like she's got another effect. Have you heard of "I see your Barbara Streisand effect" and I raise you the Michael Bolton effect?
All right. Yeah. What's the Michael Bolton effect?
Bolton, if you've ever heard him sing, right?
Yeah.
He starts, his songs start like a really high point. He starts with, and then it stays at that thing at that point. You started there, you've got nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So you start really hyper, and then you can't go anywhere from there. You just start off really angry, and you just have to keep angry because then where can you go from there?
It sounds like that. It actually sounds like that. She gets there real fast and has to stay
and you know
there.
where to go. You just do that.
She doesn't want to
sound
back
like a
down
Michael
at all.
Bolton. So.
Yeah. It's one of those ones where she just says, everyone's a hater. Oh, you're just a hater. Gordon Ramsay, you just hate us. It's like, but why is he going to hate you? He's only just turned up. I told you how nice your cakes were. I think there's something wrong with you, missy. There's been a couple of other incidences of things like that. Beyonce, apparently, there were some photos taken of her, like some grimacing photos. I can't remember what performance it was. She's done so many performances. But she asked for them to be taken down from a website or whatever it was.
Oh, because she didn't look right.
Yeah, because she didn't look right, exactly. But this is what celebrities have the power to do. Yeah. And it probably worked for her in a lot of places.
Tom Cruise, isn't it? Apparently he doesn't like any photos that make him look small.
Yeah, of course not, mate. He would film a whole movie standing on a box so he doesn't look small.
I might have a chance in the Tom Cruise film, actually.
You might have
a chance, just because.
Exactly.
I'm not that tall. I could get cast.
Mate, her asking for them to be removed, make the whole thing go viral.
Yeah.
People search for those pictures. A lot more people see them than would have seen them otherwise.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jennifer Lawrence. Obviously, her nudes got leaked, and she made such a big fuss about it.
Come on, Zach.
Yeah.
people are always going to look for that. Don't be like, oh, well now she's mentioned it.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember when that was leaked, my phone was just buzzing. I was like, I didn't even answer these, man.
Exactly. But no, the net would have been cast wider by the fact that she didn't, or she made up some noise that everyone should. Nobody look at my pictures. And try to send them back. Exactly. But yeah, that's the Barbara Streisand effect. The effect of arguing or complaining or protesting about something,
by the way,
only to add more fuel to that fire.
But I just want to point out that it sounds like we're really insensitive. That is horrible, by the way, when people send, private pictures. You get the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
That is horrible, by the way.
That's, what's it called? Revenge porn, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really bad.
Is that where the pictures and everything came from?
No, that was from he got hacked from the cloud, isn't it? From the cloud. But some people do that, and that's horrible.
Yeah.
So, either way, it's imagine like all of a sudden everyone knows what you look like naked, Zach.
Mate, there's
come on, man.
I don't know.
What, are there some pictures out there?
Do I not have enough sympathy for celebrities?
Obviously I've got more sympathy for those who are not celebrities, but
there's a part of me that thinks she might have just put those out herself. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure Paris Hilton had a sex tape that she
that's
leaked
different.
herself,
She owns it now,
things like that.
Yeah, Pamela Anderson.
What's Pamela Anderson?
They own
who's
tapes.
the most famous one, mate? Oh yeah, begins with a K.
Kardashian.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian put it out as well.
Yeah.
Oh mate, do you know what I heard the other day?
I don't think they put it out, mate. And they're all filmed very badly. Not that I've watched it.
They weren't trying to put. Any editing prowess into it.
Not sure about the directorial debuts, man.
It wasn't meant to be cinematic, but they know exactly what they were doing.
No, I don't know about that, man.
Do you know, in a way, who I like that always seems to pop up in these things is Ray J. You know Ray J, the guy who she made the sex tape with?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh, yeah, well, Ray J. He's Brandy's little brother. Do you remember Brandy from back in the day? Popular singer.
Yeah,
she was
Brandy.
Moesha.
Yes,
Moesha.
I was thinking of that in my head.
Yeah. So he always pops up as in, look, I'm the one who made you famous by making that sex tape with you.
So basically, if you're gonna have sex with him, you just take his phone from him.
Exactly. Well, look, this was a little while away as well, so who knows?
Right. Yeah.
And what's I gonna say? Her little sister, Kylie Jenner, is apparently now a billionaire.
Yeah,
and it was only just the other day that she ticked over to being a billionaire. And someone was saying, I think there was a tweet like, oh, congratulations to Kylie for being the first female billionaire or the youngest female billionaire or something like this. And then Ray J just comes up in the comments going, you're welcome. As in, I made all this happen for your family off of making your sister famous, and now for no reason, you're also, you're a billionaire.
Wow.
Mate,
Their dad was played by Ross from Friends, so I think
What?
that you know.
Is that in the OJ thing?
In the OJ, have you seen it?
I've not seen it. No.
There's some scenes where it's like